Greetings. My name is Smalley Boombody, but you can call me the Boombody for short. And I'm here today to talk to you about abstinence. Okay, I admit, I'm a very religious alligator. A fundamentalist even. I'm a devout Hindu, or Amish, or Borg, or something. But anyway, I'm not promoting abstinence on religious grounds today, nor health grounds even. I'm here today to promote what I consider to be brand new excuses for abstinence. Do you know that it took thousands of years before humanity developed the technology for the miraculous video games we have today? It's true. Yet this precious technology gets neglected night after night when someone decides to dump their video game plans in order to get lucky with a no-good harlot, like this one pictured here. I mean, even primitive cavemen could get harlots back in the day. But very, very few people in history have been lucky enough to play video games. Logic would dictate that we should play video games and not have sex, because humanity has had enough sex already, but not enough video game experience. I just can't understand it. I guess there are a whole lot of snobs around who think video games aren't good enough for their high-class tastes, so they choose to have sex instead. It's sort of like people who are too stuffy to enjoy golf simply insist upon their fancy football games. Bah! Not only are people who have sex snobs, but they're also nerds. Bertrand Russell, Jean-Paul Sartre, H.G. Wells, they all had relationships with more than one woman. That's all nerds do is sleep around. So fine, don't be abstinent if you don't want to. End up a freaking nerd. Well, I refuse to be a nerd. I refuse to go along with the traditional way of doing things. I'm a rebel. That's why I took up origami. Oh, that reminds me. I'm thirsty. Sanford, could you get me a soda pop, please? Sanford? Here's your soda pop, Mr. Boombody. Goodness, Sanford, what happened to your face? I decided to push it through my ears, sir, so that I'd have most of my head's sensory organs all in one place. Ha! Magnificent. And I see you were able to get my soda pop as well. Oh, yes, sir, but I nearly forgot the combination to the fridge. 13, 13, 13. I tell you, it's hard enough to remember a number as large as 13 once, let alone 3 times. Agreed. Well, now to get to the drinking. Are you through with me now, sir? Yes, Sanford, you may go. As you can see, I like to fold my soda can into the shape of a pipe. I can actually put the pipe in my mouth too, and simply sip the soda out of the can that way. Like I said, I'm a rebel. And you know what else? I'm also a champion. A multi-time Wendigo champion. Now, a Wendigo is considered to be some sort of evil beast in some cultures, but to me, it's just a more awesome way of saying virgin. I've competed in abstinence competitions all over the world, and I've pushed virginity to new boundaries. Just look at my trophy case. Now guys, would you like to be a Wendigo? I know that no man wants to be called a virgin because it sounds wimpy. It really is a word for girls. But if a man were to be called a Wendigo instead, well, that word sounds so much cooler that any man who's a man would want to keep that title for as long as possible. Even after marriage, he'd want to stay a Wendigo for a long time. I'd say being abstinent until 5 years after marriage would be enough. Plenty of trophies out there to win. In the same way, I sometimes like to use the word peeing instead of the F word to mean having sex, to make that activity sound less cool. I guess the main argument I have against sex is that it's just not adventurous or risky enough. In this life, if you want to make progress, you have to take risks sometimes. Oh sure, if your main risk is sex, you might face harassment from a jealous former partner or catch a disease or something. but you'll find very few things that can compare with the dangerous excitement of abstinence. One time I couldn't find my car in the fast food parking lot, and because of that I ended up stuck on a deserted island for 7 years. Now that's a risky and adventurous way to live, and it never would have happened to me if I weren't abstinent. I mean, why waste time on trivial adventures like sex? Go for something big. Live fast. Die young. Drive slow. Shoot, when I was on that deserted island, I slayed Antarctic penguin dragons and black belt ninjas left and right while rescuing imaginary maidens. And these weren't ordinary ninjas either. These ninjas had heads on their wrists so they could get a better view of where to strike. They were tough hombres for sure. True story. Not a lie. I'll flat out tell you when I'm lying about something because lying is an art form that should never be disguised. Why tell something as artful as a lie when you can't even show it off? That's what I figure. When I lie, I want people to know. I'm proud of my lies. That's the Smalley Boom Body way. Oh, I almost forgot to mention something else about sex. I think it's too time-consuming. I can't imagine it taking any longer than the wait time for a traffic light to turn green, but we all know that takes too freaking long. Well, I'm starting to get close to saying everything I want to say here, but I want you to know something about me personally. The main reason I'm abstinent is because I'm simply too cool to wear a condom, and I'm much too cool to actually touch anybody's private parts. In conclusion, if you're gonna marry somebody who's 60 and evil. At least someone who's 60 has earned the right to have sex, and someone who's evil hasn't. Well, I hate to end the video, but I have to go to the bathroom. Should only take me about 11 hours, I'd say.